One of the common questions for learning design is, does drawing actually important for becoming a designer? My answer is yes. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through my first sketchbook that I just finished and talk to you about the things I've learned from drawing. Let's check it out. Hi, welcome to Bear Academy. I'm Bear, your host, a UX designer who lives and works in Auckland, New Zealand. Since last October, I started to draw sketches or doodles on a sketchbook. That's one thing I've always wanted to do, and I finally got this started last year. And after nearly 6 months, I finished my first sketchbook. I've learned a lot, but it would be really boring if I just talk to you about it. So let's share it and you can see what I did on my drawing. Alright, so yeah, at the beginning of this book, it's all about some other notes, and then it's officially started from day 1. I think it's October, in the middle of October, and at first I started to do some sketches around field or something I found really interesting in my during my daily work. For example, this is the dinner I ate when I'm cooking. I feel this looks really interesting, and yeah, one thing is always common for everyone during last year who's surviving since last year, right? Zoom meeting and my daughter's gym classes and some just random doodles, another doodles, and then some watercolor, but not looks quite satisfied from my perspective, some doodles. And during this stage, I found it's really interesting if you want to capture some people. It's really hard to capture because they keep moving, and then something sits still, like my headphone or a loaf of bread. That's really easy, not that hard to capture it. And also, if I have time, I can use markers or watercolor to get some color for the image, and I really like this doodle. And also, like, my daughter keep interrupting me during the process. Sometimes she also asks me to do some doodle for her, so this is what I did, and quite enjoyed it. Another one, this is also some of my daughter's toys and doodles, and some sketches, some quick sketches, some trucks. Yep. When we go out and have supper, dinner at some fancy Korean restaurant or Chinese restaurant, I started to bring out my sketchbook and do some sketches. Yeah, this is my daughter's pair of shoes. She has so many shoes, and some other scenarios at my home, coffee machine, markers. And during this stage, I'm just trying to explore different ways how to make it looks good and how to deliver the message, you know, what I see, and how to express it with sketches, with even some colors. This one I really like it because it's quite simple, but I'm just using some different shades, different colorful shades, and it looks not that bad, not bad, right? And some people, I really find, yeah, again, people is really hard to capture, especially at playgrounds, you know, with kids. And then from here, I started to find if I can use some thick brush to amplify the edge or the shadow, and it looks better, right? So it looks better than other images. And then yes, here's some quick sketches when my daughter is having her swimming lessons, and some other things as well. And then we went to Wellington, South Island for a quick holiday last year. So this is Queenstown, yeah, Queenstown. At this stage, I found watercolor is not easy to handle, and this is something I'm not like very much, but it's a good practice that can show me, yeah, especially the sky part. I don't like it, but yeah, that's all good. And then I try to use pencils to make it looks good, but still I prefer maybe light watercolors at this stage. And then again, can use brush to amplify some shades and shadows for different objects. Yeah, before and after dinner or after eating some food, it's always a good time to capture something. This one I really like the observation around bottles and glasses. Yeah, like it. Now this one I really like it because what you can see is the reflection in the water, with the water. And also I really like different types of the plant in this bottle, and really like it. Also like the color, different color shapes. Another quick sketches, and coffee and bread. Actually that was my lunch at fancy small town in South Island, New Zealand. And at bar, my family went to a bar for dinner, and it's quite a famous one, a busy one, in Queenstown. So I just capture the atmosphere there, and some stills. And this is my daughter. She's playing at the beach in Queenstown. So I try to capture how she looks here. And when we'll fly back to Auckland during the flight, and add a car, another quick sketch. This one I really like it. I really like how I use the brush to amplify the edge and make it really pop out. Right? And some people just make a comment. Yeah, I really like how you do with your legs. Right, cool. And another expression on beaches. Yeah, summertime in New Zealand is always the best. In the picnic, I think I can't remember where is it, but it's a good place. Yeah, a picnic in the park somewhere. I think it's Porter's Park. Yeah, my daughter's toys. And then some other sketches when people play volleyball. And then I think since then, when I started to read the sketch note book from Mike Roddy, and it's totally blown my mind that I found this could be something interesting that I can learn and I can use. And then I start to explore how to use sketchnote to improve my note-taking skill, and also use it as a way to communicate with other people. So here is something like this is the plan I'm going to do for this year to become a senior designer, and I really enjoy these different sections. Learn, build, share, and do your job, right? And then I started to explore some icons I can use, I can apply on my sketch notes. And here's another one. And then during some meetings, I've started to use sketch note to take note. And then I think on this one, the first one, I started to use sketch note to take a note during a podcast interview. When I'm talking to my guest, I'm doing the sketch in really draft on the same page here. And then after that, I amplify some different shapes, and then created and then use colors to highlight some part, and then shared it back with the guest and also with my audience, and the result was amazing. So everyone loves it. And then I find, yeah, it's probably a great way that we can use. And then during some internal training meeting at the company I'm working on, I just take a note by doing the sketch note. And just during the process, I'm doing this sketch, and then at the end of the meeting, because it's an online meeting, I take a photo and share it on the chat room of the meeting, and everyone loves it. This is another great way that I found. Wow, sketch note probably something I can do more in the future. Yeah, so even doing the sketch, doing the sprint review in at my work, I'm also trying to do some sketch note. And then I found this one is when I bring my daughter to the museum, and then I try to do the sketch note while we are looking at different rooms. It's quite challenging, holding the sketchbook, doing the sketch while we're walking with a 4-year-old. You can imagine that, and it's just me with her, right? And this is one during the lockdown, during the 4th lockdown of it's quite short actually. It's just take 3 days or 1 week, but still it's quite exhausting experience. I did a sketch note, and from then I found it's quite good that I can use like put the sketchbook as a vertical one, and then a landscape one, and then I can do the sketch in a proper way. And here's another doodle, and what you can see is the types of the doodle started to change. And here's on the swimming lesson I did with my daughter. And this one is really interesting because I've watched a really good video from the future by Crystal. So Crystal, oh sorry, my camera's shaking. Yeah, Crystal, he's the I don't know, the design leader, one of the top design leaders of the world, and I really admired him, his insight and thoughts. And this is during his this video, which is called Reinventing Yourself 2021. And I watch the video and do the sketch note on, and then it's a good way that I can remember all the things. Yep, another swimming class sketch, and then this is the one when my daughter is taking her gymnastic class. And then I found, yeah, I can use color to amplify the shades. And that comes to the end of the sketchbook, because from here I found that the pages are torn away. So I just feel, yeah, probably it will be the end of it. And this is the last one, I think. I did a sketch note while we are walking in Zoom with a friend. So actually just me, my daughter, my wife and friend, and her daughter. So I do the sketch and find drawing wild animals actually is quite hard. Especially when you take a glance of it and try to do the sketch after. For example, I can't remember like what a lion actually looks like, and I really dig out my memory to think about it. So it's really hard, it's really challenging, but I've quite enjoyed it. Right, so This is my first sketchbook, and while I'm doing it, it takes me around 6 months to finish it. I know it's not short, right? It takes a really long time, and also I just created 70 sketches that which I'm happy to share. But on here you can also see a lot of doodles. But I think it's really a good way that we can use to improve our design skills. Why I started at first is just I want to do something without digital equipments while I'm not working, because while I'm working, I'm in front of computer for 8 hours, and then another 2 or 3 hours while I'm doing some personal work, like recording this video. So I really want to do something without digital equipment, and sketching and drawing actually is perfect. And then I want to do something is timeless. What I mean timeless is that it's not easily changed by trends or by something changing really quick, like drawing, playing music. This type of things doesn't change according to time, so a lot. So this is the reason I want to do that. And then I found drawing is quite helpful on my career itself, like design and communication, and even for PR, for reaching out different people, right? If for example, like the sketch note I took for Chris Doe's video, I shared it on LinkedIn, and he commented on it like, yeah, I really like it. So it's a really good way to reaching out, to start a conversation, and to deliver some message. So I highly recommend that if you're learning design or if you're doing some creative work, try to start sketch, try to start to draw. You don't need to do it in a fancy way, just do it and improve it and use a way to make yourself smile and to deliver the message. Hope you like this video, and if you are trying to looking for how to learn to design, how to learn to draw, there are heaps of videos on YouTube you can looking for, right? And if you like this video, please hit the like button below and please subscribe it. And if you have any comments on the drawing or other things, please leave your comment. I'm there. Have a great time with you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.